So the shopping center, Manhattan Town Center, is located on about 50 acres at the edge of downtown. The property is owned by the city, and we, as operators and landlord, we are the tenant on a master ground lease. The property has about 387,000 square feet of retail building, which includes a Dillard's, a JCPenney's, a AMC movie theater, Ulta Cosmetics, and another 45 tenants at the property. The market is great. It has what we call some essential drivers. It had K-State University, it had major military, Fort Riley, and a government research center. And so it had something that kept the population stable, if not growing. When you look at the property, it looked modern, it looked nice, it looked well constructed. Parking lot looks good. Dillard's looks good on one side, Penny's in the front. The only theater for a very long distance was on the left side, and it just had street appeal. And on the inside, it was very well maintained, and it looked good. The owner of the property, Principal Insurance Company, we were talking to them about some other properties in their portfolio, and they told us that this property might be available for sale. We negotiated with them for about 60 days, came up with a price, and then we were able to execute a purchase and sale agreement and close on the property shortly thereafter. The price we landed on was $14 million. That is about a 17 cap on income from the property. That means your net operating income divided by 14 million was approximately 17%. We bought Manhattan Town Center in November of 2022. We budgeted approximately $1.9 million year one, and then $2 million of cash flow for 5 years. We try to be very, very conservative in our underwriting. So we just said, it's flat, and even if it's flat, we could hit a high teens IRR for our investors. Now, immediately in 2023, cash flow hit approximately $2.75 million, $750,000 higher than our budget. We were able to cut expenses. We got a couple new tenants, and then we renegotiated a subsidy that Penny's got during COVID. They got a reduction in rent, and we got them to go back to their original rent, and we added about $90,000 more of income. And we will try to replace Penny's in that market because there are multiple national tenants who want to take Penny's locations at a dramatically higher rent. So we went from $2 million of estimated cash flow to $2,750,000. And as a result of all of this excess cash, we returned 20% of the original investor capital in 2024. As a result, the performance is dramatically exceeding what we had budgeted, and we believe that we'll be above a 20% IRR on this property. So we owned another property in Kansas. One of our investors was from Manhattan. When this opportunity came for us to buy Manhattan, I reached out to that investor, and he introduced me to other business leaders in the market, and we were able to get a total of 4 entities, much more than 4 people, but 4 investor groups, all of them community and business leaders. A few of our investors are on the board of K-State Bank, and K-State Bank, along with First National Bank of Hutchinson, Kansas, did what is called a participation, and they provided us approximately a $9 million loan for the property. I think the property will perform well above a 20% return per year when we budgeted a 16% return. Our plans are to sell the property in 2 to 3 years. I believe there will be a local buying group that will own this property. They could manage it themselves. We could manage it for them. That's a perfect scenario. We've landed 5 or 6 specialty leasing tenants, books $1 million, doubled the size of their store, and they've recently opened. We have negotiated with multiple national tenants, but they want the pennies box. So we love to buy a lot of Manhattan town centers. It has the essential drivers, it has the right location, we had the right price, we have the right staff at the property, good looking property, well maintained when we bought it, great location, business leaders who invested with us, strong local lender, tenants do well, all of it came together. We'd love more MTCs, as we call it, Manhattan Town Center.